Welcome to Diamine Inkvent for 2022. It's day number 15. Here's the calendar. Let's find the day. Day 15 is here next to the number 1. Let's have a look at what's inside the door. Pick me up. Nice brown colour. I wonder if this is like a coffee type colour because coffee often picks me up. Let's move that out of the way. Pick me up. Well, the label is looking brown, looking good for a coffee colour, isn't it? And what have we got in here? It's got a scent and a sheen. That'll be nice. I've only got a couple of scented inks, so it'll be interesting to see what that's like. Let's fetch in the swatch card. There we go. This is my colouring swatch card. Just going to give the ink a little shake. Now, before I start writing, I've opened it up. Well, there's definitely a scent there. I'm not sure what it is. Maybe a bit like iced coffee, something like that. Be interesting what other people who've got this think. Going to use the first tool, the Serendipity dip pen, and let's write. So we've got Diamine, pick me up. This looks very dark to me, but that could be because I've just dipped it really. So we've got Inkvent 2022. Day 15. 10 more sleeps. The next tool, here we go. This is a Pilot Parallels. And let's see what the swatch looks like. So at the edge, again, we're starting off dark, but as we go through, we've got this nice brown colour. Yeah, it does remind me a little bit of coffee. I like brown inks. I think it's something that's different. So you can go to a meeting, everyone's sat there with their blue and their black, and you pull out your fountain pen. Once they've finished looking at you as if you're weird for having a fountain pen and not a biro, you then start to write, and you write in brown ink. So I'll put it on a bit thicker there, and then we do a single pass down the side. Quite an attractive looking brown. As I say, I like brown inks. Let's move this out of the way to dry. We'll fetch in the Endless Recorder notebook. This is 68 GSM Tomoe River paper. So, let's write. Day 15. Pick me up. Drying times. Nice browns in there, isn't there? It's a bit like a chestnutty type brown, maybe. 10 seconds. 30 seconds. 1 minute. After a minute, that's virtually dry. Let's write our sentence. I do like the look of this ink. I think this ink is going to be a contender for my favourite from the whole Inkvent. Really like the look of that. Let's pop this to one side, give it a chance to dry. Whilst it's drying, we'll fetch in the Advent Calendar, Santa's Workshop. We're looking for day number 15. I've got 16 there. I've got 17. Here we go, day number 15. I've seen it. Day 15. Let's see what's behind this door. Well, whatever it is, we've got the word 10. Only 10 more sleeps. Yeah, we said that earlier, didn't we? 10 more sleeps left. And here we've got a little dairy milk chocolate bar. It's another bar that will soon vanish. Move this out of the way and fetch in the ho 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 bag. There we go, ho ho ho. In here, my wife's been doing these gifts for me. Let's see what's in today's. Oh, feels like there's 2 things. I like it when there's 2. So what have we got? We've got an R2-D2 ornament. By the look of it, these are for hanging on a Christmas tree. But it'll be going with the rest. I'm going to see if I can get them to stand up by themselves. And if they can, They'll be out on display somewhere in my office or in my living room. Not sure where yet. But that's lovely, R2-D2. I think he's one of the best of the droids, really. We've also got in here an orange box. She's lovely written on X450. So this is, I'm assuming, we're going to rip the box to get in. Can I get in the other end then? There we go, we can get in the other end. Let's take this pen out. It's a real tight fit in there. Helps if I do this all on camera, doesn't it, rather than off camera. In here we've got that Jinhao X450. And look at this lovely patterning. It looks like it's, to me, a bit like orange lightning. That's quite pretty. So the X450, I can never remember if these screw off or it's a pull off. Then we've got the nib, we've got a 2-tone nib on there, standard Jinhao nib. And have we got a cartridge converter in here? Yep, there's the cartridge converter. So I'll pop this back in the box, and then this would go on my list of pens to do a proper first impressions on. So I'll put that to one side now, and I'll fetch in that endless recorder notebook. So here we are. The ink's had time to dry. I'll also fetch in the swatch card. The more I see this ink, the more I'm liking it. So on the swatch card, you see we've got this gorgeous brown background, but then we've got a green sheen to it. I think that looks so nice. Do you know what that makes me think of? It actually makes me think of a Christmas tree, where you've got the brown there of the actual trunk and the branches, but you've got the green of the leaves. I'm just going to see if I've got any inks that we can do a comparison with. This one's been difficult. I don't have any inks that really match this. So the two I'm going to fetch in, the first one is Diamine Winter Spice. This is from last year's Inkvent Calendar. It's got that green sheen. It's also got some shimmer in there, but it's got the green sheen which does match a little bit what we're seeing here. But the background, the brown colour, yeah, very different. I'm also going to fetch in Dominant Industries Lungo. This is Lungo, maybe a coffee-based name as well. The browns are getting similar. The Dominant Industry Lungo, still a little bit muted. We've got no sheen in that either. But to be honest, they were the nearest I could find. Everything else was either a lot browner or a lot darker. Which is good because it means it's a unique colour in my collection. Let's take a look at the writing. So we've got here in the day 15, we can see some of that sheen coming through. Hopefully it's getting picked up on the camera. I've got to be honest, usually the camera picks up sheen better than my eyes. When I'm recording, the lights are very bright. I keep them bright to get the best colours coming through. But that means that for me, I struggle to see sheen. I do like the shading though down here on this bottom line where we've got the Grumpy Wizards. And I'm hoping that this is what the colour's more like when it's actually writing in a pen. Up here on day 15, you know, that's after a fresh dip, so it's still quite wet. Whereas down here, it's getting a little bit drier, and I usually find that means that we're getting a closer colour match. Fetch the swatch back in. I'm going to fetch in the chromatography. Now the chromatography on this one, just look at that. How interesting is that? So we start off down at the bottom with, I'm going to call it like a peachy orange. I'm not very good at naming colours. You may have already known that. But yeah, I'll start by saying peachy orange. We come then into some browns. We've got a couple of dark bits. And here we can see some green, dark green in them browns. As we go up, we then hit, I'm assuming it's where the sheen in colour's coming from. Because we've got this gorgeous bright green and then a nice bright blue fringe right up there at the top. Very interesting, very complex chromatography there for me. So this is Diamine Inkvent 2022, day number 15, Pick Me Up.